Okay.
Hey humans!
And welcome to the show.
You're listening to Zero Agenda, where the vibes are good, the laughs are real, and the conversation never stops.
I'm Appy and this is Nikki. Grab your Coke Zeros and let's get into it. Okay, so it's your birthday in a few days.
Months,
Literally.
years.
Days.
I don't do birthdays, but okay.
Yeah, and you're turning 28 this year.
Well, you're turning 30.
I know.
So I think you have the
old.
better luck because my sister says that life gets a lot better after you turn 30.
Listen, I have all my fingers crossed that it does. Because, I mean...
How do you cross all of your fingers? Can you show me how to...
Like that. And I'm holding the mic, so like... Yeah, and then cross those as well. That's how you cross everything. Yes.
Can you cross your toes?
I can. I mean,
all of them?
I can't show you, but like...
Okay, I can do that too.
Yeah, just
But what about the other ones?
The others don't count.
Okay. I don't think anybody can do that. I will Google that later.
Okay, I think like 1, 2, the third cross, 4th, 5, 6. That's enough, isn't it? Like, I mean, there's something as too much luck as well, and I don't think I want that either.
Okay, well, if you have too much luck, you can give some to me.
Pass
I'll
them
take
out to
it.
people.
No, just give it. Just give it to me. Out to like these random strangers. Just give it to me. I'll take it.
Sure.
I'll take it all.
The day I hit like the jackpot, like, you know, of all good luck, I swear I'll share some with you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I hope it's like a substantial sum.
Yes,
and not like here, have a penny because you know I want $30 million. So
I mean, yes, here you go, 1 grosh.
Yeah, just throw some like coins at me.
I mean, you can get quite a few things in Bitronka for like a few grosh as well. Like you get those, yeah, you get like those, you know, the candy that they have, that you just pick
the candy that they have.
Yeah,
like candy that they have. Sure.
My favorite candy is the Tiki Takis from Vavel. I just really
that
like
is
it.
good, yeah.
Or
you should bring some next time.
Is it Krupka?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why don't we have any snacks with us today?
We have Coke Zero.
I blame the weather, you know, because everything melts, and I feel like we don't eat things like salad. We eat things like chocolate,
but isn't that a good thing? Like, have you seen those videos where they get like a bar of chocolate and then they just leave it out in the sun for some time? Then you get like strawberries with you, dip it in the chocolate and have it like chocolate.
And so we're not doing that today because
we're really unprepared because that's how we live our life. Spontaneous.
Yeah.
Okay, but like coming back to the topic, okay, so you're turning 28 and I'm turning 30 this year. So do you remember as a kid what you thought, or how you thought life would be at like 27 or 28 or 30? Like,
as a kid, I thought I'd be a princess.
I mean, younger. Like, okay,
younger. Yes. Okay. Yeah. What was my plan for life? Is that's what you're asking?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I was going to be married by 23. I remember when I was in high school, people were getting married at like the age of 30 or like 32, and I was like, that is so old. Why would you wait that long to get married? Yeah.
Oh
I was thinking like that doesn't make any sense. And I went from that to kind of being like Samantha from Sex and the City.
That's a drastic shift.
And I mean, and now I'm at a point where like I never want to get married, and I'm not getting married, but I can be engaged for the ring.
For the ring.
And you know, I take this from my friend. When we started working at this one horrible company that I will not name, I met her, and she had an engagement ring, and like a few days after I met her, I was like, oh yeah, like when's the wedding? She started laughing so hard she almost fell off her chair.
Really?
Yeah. And she was like, what wedding? And I was like, what are you, like, are you engaged? Yeah. And she was like, yeah, I'm engaged, I'm never getting married. And you know, ever since I was like, she has done the perfect thing. Her life is perfect.
But it's really cool that you have this option
to not get married,
get engaged but not married, which is not,
I mean, you know,
a very easily available option in India or for like Indians.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't tell the guy doesn't know that she's never going to marry him, and like they've been together for over 10 years.
Well, I mean, does it really matter like whether you're married or not? I mean, as long as you're happy together.
Not to me. I think
Yeah.
it depends, you know, for like some people just like need the piece of paper to, I don't know, to prove something. I think it makes it harder to leave someone because you have to go through all of that legal bullshit.
Yeah, which is not fun.
Yeah.
I think,
but then I guess some
I also
people...
think it depends like how you were raised. Like some people are brought up with the idea that like, you know, marriage is like the ultimate thing, like the ultimate,
it's your goal
of the relationship. But yeah, I guess, you know, I don't think it's necessary. As long as you're happy together,
yeah,
like what difference does it make? I mean, yes, you get benefits. To me, it makes no difference.
I mean, I'm sorry, but like, for example, in this country, there's no such thing as like a partnership agreement, which it internally bothers me, to be honest, because people who are married, they can do their taxes together, and so they pay less taxes, right?
Benefits.
And it's like, excuse me, but as like, come on, like if you're married, there's two of you, you have like more, like why do you get the benefit? Why don't I get the benefit for being single? I'm a single mother.
Traditional society. That's why.
Where are my benefits?
Get married. Put a ring on it.
I mean, I'll take the ring. I'll take the ring. I will not do the marriage thing. I will have the ceremony.
Yeah. But okay, so you thought you'd be married.
Yes.
And what else?
Well, I knew I would have a cat.
Which you do.
Which Alaska. I do. Although I thought I'd have 9 cats.
Our Lord and Savior Alaska.
Yes. Which I would if she tolerated other cats.
Yeah.
She does not.
I don't think so.
I thought I'd be a psychiatrist. But I was extremely lazy to go to like med school. And I was like, I'm not going to go to med school. And you know, it's actually very funny because back then I was thinking like it's so many years, and by the time I'm done, I'm going to be like old. I'm going to be old by the time I'm done, and I want to like get into, you know, the work environment soon, just start working, be independent. And looking back, you know, if I had gone to med school, like right now, I would be a psychiatrist, and instead I'm sitting in a park. So it's funny when you look at it, right? Because
I mean, is this bad?
It's not. But, you know, back then it was like 5 years, like, is so long, you know, for this basic thing. And now when you look at it, it's like that would have been actually so little time. Like, I finished high school when I was 17. I had so much time, but it just seemed like such a small amount of time. Like, I wanted to, like, get to wherever I was going as soon as I could.
I know, the urgency to, like, achieve everything.
Yeah, and I don't know why. Like, once you get there, like, what? And you never get there because your life never works out.
No, but once you get there, there's something else.
There's always something else.
There's always something else. And you're always like, oh, I have like 10 more things I want to achieve. So that's another 5 years gone in that. Or I want to do this. There's like, you never, I think, when do you actually feel like you're satisfied? Like, okay, yes, I've reached where I want to reach.
Well, when do you feel like you're an adult?
Never. Which is, you know what, it brings me to like my point. When I was young, I would think that 30 is ultimate adult. Like, you know, yeah, I used to think that 30-year-olds, I mean, I'd see that in like movies or like in like even in my family, like my elder cousins or like, you know, anyone like aunts, uncles or whatever. Anyone who was 30 to me looked like an accomplished adult, like a proper adult. They'd have their life sorted.
They'd have a house.
Or, you know, you have your life sorted, you're married, you may or may not have kids at that time, I don't know, but like that's sorted as well. And then on top of that, everything was just in place and you knew what to do. You knew how to deal with shit. That's what I thought being 30 would be like. And guess what? Spoiler alert. It's not.
It's not like that.
It's not at all like that. I am still a person. I have like my mom on speed dial. Like anything happens, the first thing I do is I call her and I'm like, hey, so listen. But yeah, I thought that 30 would be like an ultimate adult. Like I would be like me. I would be rich. I'd have a husband. I don't know, I'd be like at the top of my career or something like that. Nothing. Except I do have a husband.
You do have a husband. You
Who I
are
love.
rich in life experiences.
That is true.
Who I love. I love how you had to add that. In case anybody was wondering.
In case anyone doubts this, it's not like I'm sad or anything. I love my husband. I love my life, and however it's going right now, I think I'm quite blessed that way. But I mean, what I imagined 30 would be like versus what it is, it's quite different, honestly. But yeah, that's what I thought.
But I think it's similar because other people our age are the same. Like,
I guess I'm trying really hard not to compare myself to anybody, because it's like a rabbit hole for me. Once I get in, and then it's just a downward spiral. Because like, I mean, you know how with like all of this connection, like social media, LinkedIn, Instagram, or whatever, you're so hyper aware of what's happening in everybody's life. Like, you know every single achievement that happens to somebody, or you know, like every single thing that happens in their life. And then, you know, once you start like, I think, at least it's for me, like when I scroll too much, I start to like compare my life with other people's life. But I think
you should not do that.
Yeah.
It happens automatically though, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it's inevitable, right? Like, it just happens.
See, but people tell me this all the time. They're like, oh, you know, I thought at this point in my life I'd be here, I'd have this done, I'd have this done.
Yeah.
Or like, I'd be like in a different place in my relationship. People often say that, you know? And, or like, you know, they just break up with someone and they're like, oh, I have to start over again at this age, and just all of that. And I'm trying to explain to them that, you know, your timeline is your timeline, and you shouldn't compare yourself to other people's timelines, because everybody goes through what they go through, right? Everybody has their own kind of thing, and you also want different things.
That's true. But yeah, it's tough not to, like, you know, feel like, oh, what am I doing with my life, kind of a feeling.
That's
like, that sinking
true.
feeling.
But there's also, like, I think it's a generational change in general. I mean, look at women now who are in their 40s are having kids, and I think
that's true. That's
when
amazing,
when our parents were having kids, that would be, you know, that wouldn't be like the normal thing, right?
That's true.
And I think milestones are constantly being kind of pushed.
I agree. Like, people are, I think, studying a lot more. Like, they're getting their masters, their PhDs, entering the workforce a lot later as well. So, you know, that automatically like pushes a lot of the other milestones behind us.
Yeah,
like
and it's easier for women to work as well, right? So people, you know, so they're starting to have kids a lot later in their life. And there's also technologies now that let you do that, like, right? You can freeze your eggs, you can do IVF, and back then that was not, you know,
easily accessible, or actually an easily acceptable idea as well, I guess.
I mean, here it's not. No, but you know, we live where we live.
No, I think, like, even in India, I mean, like, the most traditional way was obviously get married, have kids, within like a year or two, and then I mean, like, honestly, by 30, my mom, or like my parents, they had 2 kids, like me and my brother. They had an apartment to their name, and they had stable jobs. Unlike
the economic situation back then was a lot more stable. I would like to mention that some houses were cheaper.
Houses were cheaper, but now
people saved for that as well.
Yes, they did.
And I think now even like we spend so much money even traveling, right?
That's true.
And we prefer to do that than
than being tied down. I think I know a lot of people who don't want to be tied down to a place either. They prefer renting because it's much easier to like leave, travel, explore new places, have new experiences and stuff.
I mean, people rent clothes now, so I think people generally have some issues with ownership these days.
Yeah. You know what, rents nowadays are crazy, so that's also like a good 40 to 50% of your income.
That's what I hear. I mean, you know, you're telling me how great it is to rent. I have my own apartment, so I'm just agreeing with you. Like, yes, it's so much better to rent. Yes.
No, I mean,
I'm kind of renting from my cat. I think that's how she sees it.
No, but like, you know, so like when you put it all down on paper, okay?
I'm sorry. I don't know why that scared me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
You're not going to cut that out of the video, are you? Yeah, I thought so. I apologize, and now my attention is fully on you.
No, but like I was saying, if you put it down on paper, right, like a good 40 to 50% of your income is just gone on like your rent. Then another 20 to 30 on like your needs, right? So like your bills, your transport, your I don't know, like your food that you eat and stuff like that.
What about your skincare needs?
I mean,
Clothing needs.
my skincare and clothing
Shoe
needs. My skincare and clothing needs, not even my clothing, my skincare needs
Pretty
are
high.
from my savings. There is no income that can cover this right now. No, but yeah, like, and then you know how we have like a lot of other leisure activities that we like to do, like just go out, shop, eat, whatever. That's like another 20%, and that if you total all of that up, that's almost 100%. So what are you supposed to save?
That's true. People use most of their income these days, I think, because it depends how much you make.
Yes, that's true. And it's always great when it's like a 2-income household, isn't it? But like,
yes.
Yeah.
I would love to have a 2-income household, especially in a household where I live, like, with my cat, but by myself. If somebody contributed to the income of my household, that, if somebody's like, don't live with me, but give me your paycheck.
Just do that.
Do you think somebody would go for that?
Like a...
Just putting that out there in case anyone's,
like interested. A sugar daddy, but for, like, paying your rent. Like a rent daddy. Property daddy. I don't know what's the word.
Property daddy. That's... This is going in a weird direction.
It is. Okay, I'm gonna pull it back now. So, but yeah, like, what were your parents doing, or what was your mom doing at your age?
At my age, which is 27, I would like to just mention to everybody.
28, guys, 28. Okay, 27.
My mom had her first child at 27.
Mm-hmm.
That being my sister.
Yeah.
She had a house. She owned a house. Yeah. She owned a car. She had her own business. She had a kind of like a drugstore, like Rossman these days, but it was mostly makeup. But they also sold toothpaste, and this is actually really funny because when I was little, we went to that store, and I needed toothpaste, right? And she just got the toothpaste from the counter, and we left the store, and I was like, it is so cool that we can go there and just get shit for free. And she tried to explain to me that she paid for everything that is in that store, but my brain would not comprehend that. I'm like, we go there, they just it's free, that's it was amazing.
That's how I think all, when you start at work here, you get these benefits, your multi-sport card or some extra points that you can exchange for. To me, that's free. But Ankit's always that is not free.
I can't afford therapy, but I can afford Coke Zero and my friend right here, and that's all you need, right?
Yes.
This is free therapy in the park.
As a therapist, I don't think you should be advertising this, but I agree. So
I should put up a sign here, free therapy.
Come meet us at Polimokotowski.
Yes, but pay us.
Free, but you can pay us Coke Zero. They could just get us cans and it saves some money.
I like that idea. I would go for that.
Yeah. Coke Zero is not cheap either, guys. Please sponsor us.
It's not sugar tax, even though there's no sugar in it. See?
Mm-hmm.
It's rude. That's so rude.
Literally, I can see that you've been watching a lot of TikTok.
This morning for I don't know exactly for what purpose. I was downloading free cat sounds from the internet and free sounds of cartoons laughing, and I fully intend
free cat
to
sounds.
Use that.
Okay.
Our podcast needs an intro, so if there were any laughing cats in our intro, then this is how it happened.
So
I wake up at 5 a.m, guys.
She has a lot of free time.
Thank you.
This is why I don't wake up at 5 a.m.
Well, you don't have a child who wakes you up at 5 a.m.
That's
do
true.
You?
That's true. I have a husband who wakes up at 5 a.m, and I'm just still asleep in bed, snoring for another 2.5 hours.
Why does he wake up at 5 a.m? What's wrong with him?
He follows the circadian rhythm.
Oi. I don't think I have one of those.
And he's like, you know what, you should wake up at one time early in the wake up with the sun and sleep with the sun. And I'm like, okay, but like in winter, does that mean I sleep at like 2
3
o'clock or
p.m.?
3
Like,
p.m. or something?
does he do that? Does he just like go to sleep at work?
I think he wishes he could, but I don't think he does. No, he's a very good employee, guys. Like, just say.
Just in case his boss is
Just in
for some
case his
reason
boss-
watching this.
Yeah. No, but okay. Coming back on track.
Thank you. Yes.
Okay, so what were our parents doing at 30, right?
Yes.
You know what? Okay.
What were your parents doing?
My parents, so like I said, they had 2 kids,
Yes.
jobs, an apartment.
Wasn't your mom coming here?
Not here. So at 30,
I'm sorry, not to the States.
Yeah. At
Here.
30, my
Yeah,
mom
here,
got an
the
amazing
park.
opportunity to go and work in the US. And she took it, which honestly, according to me, was very brave. Like,
Oh yeah, 100%.
yeah, like leaving behind like your kids, your family to go work in a new country. And honestly, my mom even told me that she's really hesitant and scared to actually take up the offer, but she got like a lot of support from like my dad and like my
Aw.
grandparents to go and take this opportunity. So
That's really
great.
nice because you know
Yeah.
a lot of families would be like, no.
Yeah, no, I would think that a lot of families would be like, oh, but what about like, you know, and list 10 things that you would miss out on if you just left suddenly. But no, I think she had a good support system, and she keeps saying this as well. Like, she took that opportunity because she had a great support system, but also the fact that she took this opportunity, I think, was one of like the best experiences for her. Because, you know, I think my mom is like a boss lady, and she is. And I think like this whole experience of like moving to the US and working there had like a big role in making her the boss lady that she is today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like it taught her how to be like independent and like how to like live on your own. Yeah, I mean, it was a whole other thing that we came like within like 6 months after that, like my dad and both.
Yeah, but I mean,
But,
you
like,
know, I'm sure it was hard for her to leave
It
you guys.
was. It definitely was. I mean, we were quite young. I think I was like 4 or 3. I don't know, 3, 4.
Mm-hmm.
And my brother's like 3 then, like a year younger than I am.
I've
Year
been
and a half.
convinced this entire time that your brother is older than you for some reason.
No, my brother's younger, like a year and a half. I'm the older kid, so I have older kid trauma.
Well, I have younger kid trauma.
Okay.
Can we do a podcast about that one day? This is
Yes.
going to be a very fun comparison,
I think it would be. But yeah, so she went and like, I mean, blossomed into like an independent person.
Love that.
And I think that's why she's always like pushed me to be independent as well. Like, I did
That's
my master's in the UK and I had a great time there. And then after that, now I'm here.
Yes, that's amazing because I know so many parents who just don't want to let go of their children and they're like,
Okay.
no, don't move.
No,
like,
I think my mom is that
you know,
as well.
study in the state university and just, you know, live at home.
Yeah. No, like my mom obviously is very like, oh, don't go, but at the same time, go because you have to develop.
No, but
like,
that's, I mean, I'm sure, you know, it's not that parents want to like push their children out and be like, get away
Get
from
out.
me.
Yeah.
It's more like, you know, they understand that you're doing this for yourself and for your
Mhm.
future and they want the best for you, right?
Yeah, it is.
So they're kind of, you know, they're putting your needs ahead of their needs. Even if, you know,
Mhm.
their need is for you to stay in their house forever.
Stay with me.
Stay with me. I mean, this is my need for Alaska. She must stay with me for the rest of her life, or for the rest of mine.
No, but I get it. I mean, when my parents had come over recently to visit, I think they really liked it because they got to like spend a lot of time with me, with Ankit, and you know, obviously, if my brother was here at the same time as well, it would be great.
Mhm.
But yeah,
It
I
was
kind of
fun,
miss them.
wasn't it?
It was fun, and now I was really pampered when they were over. Like I had my parents would cook everything and just keep it ready in the morning, and I was like, don't do
Thank
this every day
you.
because I'd get so used to it. And
then
honestly,
they're gonna go away and you're like, who's gonna cook for me?
oh no, but I did feel that way. Like after they left for a good like a week, I was just like, do I have to cook? Like I miss them. They just,
Oh.
you know, you'd wake up and like breakfast ready, lunch is ready, and you're just like, oh my god, I'm so blessed. And then I'm just like, oh, breakfast is not ready. I have to make breakfast. Okay, then.
Your husband should do that now.
He does his own
you
shit.
should have been like, oh, like my expectations have now risen ever since my parents came to visit. Like, things have changed around here.
I mean, I'm just happy he does his own stuff, okay? And I don't have to do anything for him. And I love that about him.
That's very nice. Does he take out the trash?
Yes.
Without being asked?
Yeah, that's his job.
Okay. That's a good man.
Yes, he's a great man.
Aww.
I'm not blushing.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. But yeah, so that's where my parents were when they
There's
were.
a spider on you.
No, where? Please take it off.
I'm kind of afraid to touch it
No,
because it's very big.
Please. I can't move now. Please take it off me.
I'm joking. I kind of just wanted to see a reaction. I'm sorry.
I was like, who put this curse on me? This is like what the maybe the 10th time we're at this park, and every single time we sit here, there is always a spider on me, and I'm just like, no. Every time on the bus back home, I keep telling myself I'm never going back to that park again, but then I just I can't resist. Okay, I had a few additional questions that I had like in my mind.
I hope they're not for me though.
They are. Okay. So you know how at the beginning of this podcast we spoke about how like just how timelines are shifting for people.
Yeah.
That you people are like studying more.
You people.
No, not you people. I said people are studying more.
You people.
Ooh.
Okay, we're gonna have to check that.
Okay, but no,
like
people are studying more, are settling down later. Some people even have like career changes at like 40, 50, 60, I don't know, like whenever.
27.
Yeah. 27, 30. But so why do you think that we still feel this pressure of like, oh yes, I have to follow that timeline? Because I'm sure a lot we do feel that. I know we speak about it often, that how where we're supposed to be and all of that, and that's the reason why we're having this podcast as well. But
you know what, I think that the generation of our parents, the generation of our grandparents, they see these timelines shifting, but I don't think they're super happy about it. I think, they're the ones, it's like probably your grandparents who are like, when are you going to have kids? When are you going to have kids? Right?
Yes.
My grandma does this to me. And, I always tell her, I'm like, I have a child. And she's like, your cat is not your child. And I'm like, actually, like she is. And she's probably the only grandchild you're ever going to have. So just like accept it, embrace it, I think that, those are the people who kind of put the pressure on us, right?
But do you think like it's so instilled within us that you feel that pressure, even though like, okay, so now you live alone, right? Like, I mean, in your place, like you don't have any
place,
in your cat's, in Alaska's place, but you don't have like you don't live with your parents, right? Obviously, I don't live with my parents. Yeah, I don't live
with your husband.
I live with my husband, but that's fine. Like, I mean, like that's fine. I mean, like with like respect to like someone older from the older generation, you don't, right? So, but you still feel that pressure. There's nobody here who's like constantly every single day badgering you to like, oh, like do this, do that, do this, do that.
Yeah, I'm also, I think it also depends on people's character, because some people are they're very sensitive to this, and if anybody says that, oh, this isn't where you should be somewhere else in life already, they take it very personally.
That's how I used to be, honestly. I had to unlearn a lot.
Yeah.
Unlearn and relearn. That's been like my life's mantra for like the last 3 years, is unlearn, relearn, unlearn, relearn. Unlearn every single traumatic shit that I've learned in my life, and relearn some good stuff, like, you do you, girl, body positivity, this, but
very good. No, I think, I don't know, people tell me I have a very strong character. I mean, usually what they say is that my character is too strong, but that's, we'll talk about that. I've always been, very much like, I am going to do what I want to do, and when I want to do it, and no one's going to force me to do anything.
Yeah.
I'm an extremely stubborn person. It's insane, honestly. Like, ask my partner, like, he will tell you all about it.
No, but
my way or the highway, you know.
I'm partially like that. I am learning to
You're
not.
getting there.
No, I'm learning
Don't learn to not be
that way. No, because like, I mean, obviously there's a little bit of compromise and everything in life. Because I used to be literally like my way or the highway, and then I just learned that that's not how you can live.
Well, yeah, if you have to coexist with somebody, then you need to make some compromises. But in general, in life, you know, you can't let people tell you where you're supposed to be, right?
I agree. Yes, I think it's important to like just remember like what you want to do, list it down, and like focus on that. But yeah,
and you don't have to plan things like, you know, by this age I have to be this, by this age I have to be this, because plans don't always work out.
That's true.
I've seen a lot of people who said, you know, I'm going to be married by the age of, like, let's say 23. And these people are, you know, they're so focused on their goal that they're going to marry someone they probably shouldn't be marrying because they're almost 23, right? And they're like, I should be married by now, so I'm just going to marry the person that I'm with, even if it's, you know, someone who is completely wrong for them.
No, I get that. Like rushing into a decision just because you feel like you're missing out or you're like too far behind.
It's important to do things when you're ready for them and not when society tells you that you should be ready for them.
That's true. I mean, like, see, with society's milestones and everything, I think it's just always great to have like an overall structure. Like, okay, hey, these are the things that you can do. Like, you know, you can get married and then have kids, and like just an overall framework or structure. It's always great to have that, right? But once you like are pressured into doing something, or once someone like actually forces you to do some like 100% stay with that framework, is when it just starts to get like like a bit too much.
Yeah, I'm also the kind of person where if you tell me to do something, I'm purposefully not going to do it.
Yes.
Even if it's something that I was planning to do.
Yes.
If you tell me to do it, no, it's not happening.
I am so much, that's so me, because I do that as well. I hate it when someone comes and tells me like, oh, I think you should do this. And I'm like, no.
Who asked you?
I am going to do this when I want to do this. Like, you don't have to tell me. And I was anyway going to do it. But now that you told me.
Now I no longer want to do it because now it's like, it's not my idea anymore now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Why do you think we're so messed up like this?
Why does this have to be messed up? Maybe this is an amazing thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe, you know, maybe this is, I mean, it's better, I think, than being one of those people where you will do everything that other people tell you to do.
Or it's better to be like, better than being like a nervous wreck, honestly, because you're always like, oh, I'm like falling behind. I don't have this. I don't have that. I'm like always like stressed, anxiety filled.
Yeah, like you'll get there when you get there, guys.
Yeah, like don't stress about small things in life. Life gives you, I believe life gives you like a bunch of things to stress about anyway. So why do you add like your own stress to it? Like,
or how about stress a little bit about the small things and don't stress at all about the big things that are
like, oh, I might have a heart attack tomorrow. Let's not stress about that.
Yeah.
But what shoes do I wear today, guys?
I mean, what, like, are you predicting heart attacks now?
No.
I don't think you can really do that.
I mean, with the amount of like stress that I take over things, I feel like but a heart attack is 100% coming my way someday. Or like, yeah. Sometimes I stress so much about things.
Should I just have like 911 on my phone and I'm just like going to be ready to press it?
I don't think it's 911 here, is it?
No.
Isn't it 112?
Yes.
Yes. I finally know the number.
How long did it take you?
It took me quite a while. I think the first year I didn't even care. I did not even bother learning what the emergency number is. It's now, like over the last 2 years, that I'm just like, okay, yes, I think I know that I have to dial 112 and not just dial like 911 because nobody's gonna.
I mean, I don't think that's gonna. We can try that, but I don't think that's gonna actually help you with anything.
Yeah, nobody's gonna come help me then. But Anyway, coming back to our topic, I think we can like safely say that like, yeah, growing old sucks in a way, but it's also great.
Does it suck?
It does a little bit, honestly. Like I hate the fact that like I have like a lot of old people symptoms like backaches, hair loss, memory loss.
Yes.
But
I would say that I think I'm in a much better place in life right now than
Yes,
I was, let's say, 3 years ago, or even like 2 years ago, a year and a half ago.
I agree. I think I'm in a much better place right now than like 3 years ago or even 10 years ago. I don't think I'd ever want to go back to being like 18, 19, 20, 21, 20, 22, 24, 25 till 25. Yeah.
I mean, I'm 22, but
yes. Yeah, so like
delusional.
I mean, guys, just chill. It's fine. It's fine.
All good.
Yeah, everything will be fine. You'll deal with it. You got you. I don't got you, but you got you.
Yes.
Or someone else has got you.
That's a very, I like that. You got you.
Yeah, you got you.
You got you because I don't got you.
I really don't. I don't got me, but you got you.
It's okay. I got you though.
Thank you. But I don't think I can reciprocate. I don't got anybody. No, but
it's okay. I got you. I got me. I got everyone.
You got everyone.
I got everyone. Yeah. It's kind of my job.
I got the Coke Zero today, so I think.
Yes. Well,
it works. Okay. Bye, guys.
See you guys next time.
See you. Okay.